If you're looking for intellectual, informed basketball takes and you want to bring in media that knows what they're talking about, look no further than
Come on. It's Fastbreaks. Listen. We back with another one.
Fast breaks, yeah, we coming with the takes. Never early, never late, but we always push the pace, yeah. And we really study tape, y'all just view the highlights. Man, we really watching games, yeah. You just watch from the stands. We run 3-man weeks, Paul, Trey, and Allen, yeah. Way more than a fan. We got love for the game. We don't have to pretend. Got it out the mud like you get it off the glass. I'm the run the fast break. Throw me the outlet. Yeah, we got it out the mud like you get it off the glass. Time to run the fast break. Throw me the outlet. We on the break. It's fast break. We on the break. It's fast break. Let's go.
What it do, Fast Breaks family. Listen, I need y'all to know I really love y'all because I am podding from places that no man should ever pod from. But I know I gotta bring y'all this content because it's NBA Finals time, ladies and gentlemen and ladies. You know what it is. Thank you for joining us on another audio adventure on this fine Sunday afternoon. I am Rhoda, hostess with the mostest, and you know this. Flatbush. You already know what it is. Joining me, the stubborn one, the sturdy one. The sturdy one, the stubborn one, and head producer today, because I am not on the stick. So, you know, the quality of the show and the tone of the show, that is squarely on this man's shoulder. That's why we call him Coach, Mr. PRR Sports, Mr. 1995, Coach Paul in the building. One big up yourself.
Right now, look at my man's. He's geek.
He got a fresh retwist. Skin is glowing. Teeth is shiny white. He got a little bit of a sparkle in his eyes, ladies and gentlemen and ladies.
Yo, look at my man's, bro. He's geek.
Yo, before we get into it, Paul, just go on big up yourself. We'll get into everything later. Just go on big up yourself one time for the one time.
Let's go.
Time.
Let's get into it. Get on it.
All right, and joining us, last but certainly not least, we call him the professional, the architect, Morpheus, America's favorite and on-time Haitian uncle. Alan, the man with the plan. Big jersey.
Big jersey. Some big jersey finals. Jacking.
No, it's not.
It is. It is.
No, it is not. I mean, I guess it is. New Brunswick. New Brunswick. We heard it.
Yeah. Spurs.
All right.
Let's go.
Oh, facts. V-Hart. That's a fact. All right. Before we let Paul off the leash, the fans, you deserve a breakdown of that wonderful exhibition of basketball that was played last night. Game 7, and it's no secret if you're in the NBA world and have looked at your phone in the last 24 hours that the San Antonio Spurs have dethroned the defending champ Oklahoma City Thunder to win the Western Conference and proceed to the NBA Finals, where they will face none other than the New York Knickerbockers. Fellas, I want your early reactions to just how good of a game that was, and the fact that we were treated to a 7-game thriller in the conference finals, since the East has been not that exciting this year.
You said what?
In terms of matchups, like the Eastern Conference playoffs have been not that exciting in terms of matchups. Like,
oh, really?
No, listen, this is not a shot. I'm saying y'all have wrapped up business so easily.
You can't even hide it. I love it.
No. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm giving you credit. You've packed up the East so handily that, like, I understand it's exciting for you. I'm talking about fans of basketball, there haven't been a bunch of thrillers or close games to watch in the Eastern Conference playoffs because
Don't
y'all
need
have
it.
taken care of your business.
Don't need it.
Juxtaposed to that, we got a 7-game heavyweight boxing match in the conference finals, and I just want y'all reactions to, game sevens in conference finals are rare and they're special occasions, and I want y'all to react to this one with two young teams, two young superstars still in the early starts of their career, get an early sort of game 7 matchup that will definitely be, a part of their careers, each of them that we'll look back on, and it's a part of their resume. And what were y'all reactions to it? Paul, what was your second reaction to it? Because I know what your first one was. What was your second reaction to it?
My second reaction was I don't think I've ever seen a superstar get exposed, not superstar, but a star, get exposed, and violated like Chet Holmgren.
Is he a star? That's my immediate follow-up question.
Well,
Because we've been throwing around star
He was.
on his name, and I
He-
get it. There's a chip that he won, and he made his first All-Star game this year. But do we actually think Chet Holmgren is a star?
He didn't play like one, but he is. At least was.
What evidence do we have that he's a star?
He was an integral part to them winning the chip.
Was he a star in those finals? Was he a star in that playoff run?
He was. I mean, listen. Usually, the second best player is somewhat of a star, and I'm gonna give that to him. I think.
And this is the thing about this year. J-Dub's absence has people thinking that Chet is the second best player on this team. I feel like people have conveniently forgot that he is not.
I think he's the second best player on the team. I'm not best. Sorry, second most important player on the team.
That's completely different, though.
Like he
and
performed
not that
in
I
his
want
role.
to not that I want to cape for Shea, but while Chet rightfully deserves the smoke, I don't think it's cap or unreasonable to say that Shea had to make this playoff run largely without his second best player in his road dog. People want to gas Chet up as a player that made them still good enough, and he is a star. That's why I'm like, I don't think Chet is a star. I think you see Chet get put in this role to be the second best player on the team, and you see what he produces. So if anything, I think more than this was an indictment on Chet, I think this was further justification of the payday that J-Dub got, because I clearly he actually is the second best player on this team.
So you think his absence was a huge reason why they lost?
I think it shows.
Nah, I disagree.
yeah, I don't know. It's tough
Get
to
into
say.
more
I feel
nuanced
like
reasons why they lost, but I think say that the Thunder lost this series and their second best player didn't play. Like, I think those two statements.
I feel like it was justifiable to call him the second best player at certain times. I feel like more so last playoffs, he came out as second best player for a lot of those playoffs. But it's interchangeable between them. I think that's fair to say. Like sometimes they go back and forth on who's the second best player on that team, especially because Chet's defense is a really big driving force in their whole thing. But I'm not mad if you think he's not a star after this series. Can't be mad at that. I think if anything, he's either we can't call him a star, maybe we gotta look at it differently, or maybe he's just in jeopardy. It's gonna be a big storyline for me personally to watch how he bounces back from this, because this was a crazy way to go out for him.
You know what? You know why I think he's a star? Because I literally think he played the worst team that he could individually play in the playoffs. I think next year he's going to come back. He's going to ball out. People are going to talk. The whole storyline is going to be, oh, Chet's comeback season. Look at how well he's playing and blah, blah, blah. And he might do the same thing again against the same team next year in the playoffs whenever they meet. And then
I think that's valid. Oh, keep going.
I think it's just he got sunned so badly that it's like, And there's no hiding him. Because when you put Caruso on him, what was I saying? It should be Chet. When it was Hartenstein, I was saying it should be Chet. And then when you put Chet on him, it's like he should be better than this, but he just isn't. And there's no substitute for him. Jalen Williams did a good job. I would say that Jalen Williams, the light skinned one, did a good job. But honestly,
here's why I feel the way I do. Here's why I feel the way I do. Because in a game 7, right, and that like they were going band for band, right, for the last 4 minutes, right. But in that last 2.5 minutes, when Shea is absolutely gassed, right, and you need someone else to just get a bucket or two to give Shea enough of a break of possessions that he can maybe hit the dagger. There was no one on the floor that could do it. And in fact, Daigneault took Chet out the game.
Yeah.
And in that moment, it hit me. And hold on, in that moment, it hit me. I was like, and you know what I always say about the role of a second best player on a team. Paul, you and I disagreed about this a lot, but like that their role on a team is that exact moment. That exact moment is the role of a second best player on the team. It is a close game. I've played 40 minutes. We need someone to be able to go get their own bucket a couple of times to give me just a minute to 2 minutes of a break from carrying the offense so that maybe I can finish. And the person who does that on this team did not play in that game. And that's why I'm like, yeah, no, he's the second best player on the team. Because if you go back to last year and their run, that is what he did. You can say all you want about their play style and how important Chet's defense is, how important his paint presence is on offense. That's cool. When it got thick, because they were in a 7-game series in the finals last year, when it got thick and you needed someone else on that roster to go get their own bucket, they did not give the ball to Chet. They gave the ball to J-Dub.
And Casey Wallace.
Casey Wallace can make shots, and he did that, right? Like everyone else did their job, right? Yeah. And what I came away from realizing it was, in fact, everyone did do their job. People were just looking to Chet to do something that isn't actually his job. The person whose job it is was on the bench in street clothes.
But see, I still disagree with that. I think, like, yes, that would have helped them a good amount, but what would have helped them even more was Chet being able to actually impose some type of like blockage, like actually be a factor on defense. No, you don't got to stop Wemby. You got to be able to make it difficult. You know, he couldn't even
matter.
do that.
Wemby was on a mission. He was gonna do what he was gonna do.
Nah, I'm not trying to.
Right, bro. No one's been able to do it. I know you think you have someone that's gonna be able to do it, and that remains to be seen. But no one has been in this run.
Chet is supposed to. That's Chet's job more than any. His job is not to score and get a bucket. That's an additional job.
You know how I agree, and we're agreeing here. And what I'm saying is, you think that him having more success in doing that would have led to the win. I don't think so, because Harper was getting a bucket whenever he wanted. Fox was getting a bucket whenever he wanted. Castle was getting a bucket whenever he wanted. So Chet being 10 to 25% more effective defensively on Wemby doesn't solve the fact that the Spurs were scoring and the Thunder were not.
I vehemently disagree, because
let's remember J-Dub is an all NBA player.
Yeah.
We can't forget that.
Yeah, I get that.
We can't forget that.
I understand that. But I'm just like, we got to understand as well, those other guys getting their own shots still had a lot to do with Wemby. Because the defense was
Chet now, though.
You said what?
So is Chet now, though. NBA player.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, but he wasn't before the season. You feel what I'm saying? Like, if J-Dub had played most of this year, he would have been a 2-time All-NBA player. And actually, if you think about it, that might have been J-Dub's spot. Like, if J-Dub played the whole year, does Chet make an All-NBA team? Probably not.
I don't know.
Probably not, because J-Dub makes it.
I don't know about that
This
either.
is what I'm saying. If you look at the whole year in totality, J Dub's absence has necessitated an elevation of Chet's role. And in the regular season, it looked like he had sufficiently filled that role, sufficient enough to get the All NBA nod. But in the playoffs, what I think is being revealed here is no, he's not. He's not capable of being the second best player on a
No,
championship team,
listen, man.
let alone this team, bro.
Listen. They have enough. I think the story of this series was not offense and it was defense.
I
Chet
mean, wait, let's
Holmgren.
talk
Yeah,
about that. Let's talk about
Hold on, Farrell.
because
Hold on, Farrell.
Dub is a
Hold
part of
on,
that too.
Farrell.
Dub is an
Hold
All
on.
NBA
Let me
defender
finish.
too, though.
Let me finish. Chet Holmgren is supposed to be one of the best defenders in the NBA. You say nobody was able to slow down Wemby or have an impact. Chet's supposed to be one of those guys that's supposed to have an impact. Mitchell Robinson did. We seen it in the in-season tournament, and we're gonna see it in the finals. But anyway,
All right, but I agree.
No,
and
I agree with you.
the
I agree
offense
with you.
didn't slack off because they are so loaded and so deep as a team that they had enough players out there that could at least make a shot.
Yeah,
Then what
but-
happened in what happened in the fourth quarter? Then tell me, because everything you said, I agree with. I'm you're saying things as if they're defending Chet, but you're actually saying the other ways in which Chet failed to show up,
I'm
right?
saying
Like
that's the primary way.
either I don't care to argue which is the primary and not way. Both ways in which he didn't show up tell me he's not the second best player on the team because I do think defensively Jalen Williams would have had an impact as well and
No,
been the second. Yes, he's all
no,
NBA defender.
no.
You think him guarding Harper or Castle wouldn't have made things different?
They got their shots because they were able to play in basically isolation. The whole defense was focused on Wemby, even when he didn't have the ball.
I agree with you. Do you think in isolation they're having the same level of success on Jalen Williams as they
I
did?
do. Is he that much better of a defender than Alex Caruso?
So I mean, he's bigger.
I don't know.
He's big. Caruso is 6'4".
The athleticism that they were playing against. I mean,
And that part too. Caruso is a great defender. He's not the athlete, both physically and athleticism wise, that Jalen Williams when
I
healthy
don't
is.
know about that
Jalen
either.
Williams is a 6'7" athlete, bro. Long, strong, and vertically gifted. Like let's not forget who that man is, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Nah, I don't see him. I don't think he's the third best defender on this team. He's not known as a. He's a decent defender, a capable defender, like everybody at OKC is. But it's not like,
No, you're bugging. You're bugging. Dre, what do you think about this? I'm
I think it's a
my
little
whole
crazy,
thesis is that one of the major stories I think about this series is that I think it's very clear and identifiable that the loss of Jalen Williams was instrumental and that he is in fact the bona fide second best player on this team, and Chet being your second best player isn't good enough.
I think that's 100% clear. Which goes two ways. It goes to Jalen Williams' credit, and it goes to Chet's criticism, right? Because there is a narrative, and there's supposed to be a real narrative that Chet is supposed to be the second best player on this team. He's supposed to be the guy that can, when everybody's out on the floor.
Yo, is it just me that can't hear him?
I can hear him. It's kind of low though, but I can hear him.
Oh,
it
yeah,
don't sound like your mic is connected.
hold on.
Yeah.
We could hear you still. I don't know.
Hold on, let me fix this real quick.
But yeah, like I get what you both are saying, right? At the same time, I can't harp in on that. Like I can't like talk about that when I think the glaring issue was Chet was fooled, and he wasn't supposed to be fooled. Like there's levels.
Is that fair? Is that fair? Is there any other team?
He got to get his heart back from Wemby.
Is there any other team where if they didn't play a conference finals with the second best player, that wouldn't be the biggest story of the series?
Probably not. But the Thunder are different though. We know this.
What was that question? What was that question?
I'm asking.
Here's the thing.
Him saying he can't
Hold
harp
on, wait,
on,
what's
on him saying he can't harp on Dub being there. I'm saying, is that fair? Because any other team in the conference finals, if they were without their second best player, would that not be the biggest story of that series? Like they didn't have their second best player.
Yeah, I think.
Like if you didn't have OG in the finals and lost, would that not be
OG's not our second best player.
takeaway or take
for the series is that the Knicks were playing without OG Anunoby or Cat.
If it was Cat, yeah, because
will we
Cat.
be talking about whether Mikal Bridges had the impact he was supposed to have? Like, no, like they didn't have Cat.
Yes, we would. Yes, we would. You're not tapped in. Mikal Bridges got heat this year, unfairly too.
A lot of heat.
He did
Some
get a lot of heat this
of
year.
it was fair.
I mean,
Well,
fair.
to-
I'm just
to me-
saying.
But I get it.
To me, to the answer to that question, like it's hard to say if it's not fair because one OKC was still good enough to beat San Antonio, despite J-Dub not being there. They're still good enough to do it. They could win 7 games. I feel like if players, specifically Chet, if they did a little better, if they showed up how they were supposed to, they could have beaten San Antonio. So it's not like, so I can't put it on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like when you
I
watch,
feel like
it's different. Like from a narrative perspective, you're right, but when you watch the game, nah.
Yeah, it's different.
No, but it was watching Game 7 that actually, like, I wasn't thinking about that because they were in games and it was going to a Game 7. But when I'm telling you that last moment of Game 7, when I'm looking at this team and I'm like, okay, all the things that the Thunder need to be able to win this game. Because listen, Chet has played like that the whole series and they still got to a Game 7, right? So like his play like that was not fatal to them not being able to beat the Spurs. It's not like he had great games in the games they won. That's what I'm saying. Like they were winning without him the whole series.
What?
But he didn't have fantastic games the games they won.
Who, Wemby?
Chet.
Oh,
So I'm saying it's not like they didn't need Chet to figure it out to win, right? But in the end, when the process I was talking about where they didn't have someone else to get a bucket, the series outlasted what they were able to do, and that made me reflect on the whole series. And then I realized, see, you're saying the Thunder were going to beat the Spurs. At the end of it, I actually have the complete opposite take. I'm now thinking like, nah, realistically, without Jalen Williams, I actually don't think this team was supposed to beat the Spurs. And I actually think it only went 7 because of the Spurs youth. Back to what Paul was saying back in Game 3. If the Spurs had played the way they're supposed to play and
that's
not
where I'm going.
played sillily because of their youth, they would have wrapped this up quicker.
I agree.
Like,
Yeah.
so I'm not jacking
true.
that the Thunder were good enough and they just didn't get a gun in Game 7. I'm saying they actually only got strung along to Game 7 because there were nights where the Spurs just didn't show up and play how they should. But whenever the Spurs played how they should and how they could, there was nothing the Thunder could do.
And
And
Jalen
that to
Williams
me
is
is like, that is where they missed Jalen Williams. Like
No.
they actually didn't have enough to compete with this Spurs team without him. And they just willed their way to a 7th game off of the fact that there were games where the Spurs didn't play through Wemby to dominance. There was games where the Spurs didn't have Harper feeling right. They started the series without De'Aaron Fox even playing, right? Like fully healthy and playing the way they should play and playing their game. That's what I saw in Game 7 is, oh, this team actually can't fuck with the Spurs whatsoever. Like whatsoever.
But Jalen Williams was not when the Spurs played the way that they should to beat the Thunder. There's nothing Jalen Williams could do to help them at all.
That's not true.
There's
That's
nothing they could do because when they played, let me tell you something. I'm looking at. I knew this was gonna come up, right? Game 1, and I said this is going back to the conversation we had last episode. Game 1, right? Wemby goes off. He has 41
Absolutely
points,
nuclear.
25 shots, 25 shot attempts. That's 5 more than the second highest field goal percentage. Field goal attempts, right? The next game, Wemby, what they lose, right? Wemby takes this. He doesn't even take the most shots on the team. He doesn't take the most shots on the team. They lose.
Who does? De'Aaron Fox?
No, who is it? Stephon Castle, I believe. Yeah, Stephon Castle, right? And then Vassell was like right behind Wemby too. It was like Wemby took 16 shots, Vassell took 14. All right. Game 3, the Thunder win again, right? Right. Wemby takes 15 shots. De'Aaron Fox takes 14 shots. The shot distribution is still pretty much even, right? Okay. Go to the next game. The Spurs win, right? Wemby, he takes 22 shots. The second highest amount of shots, 13, right? Wemby has 33 points. Listen, I can keep going, but I'm not going to drag it out. When this man gets the ball and just decides, I'm going to eat, I don't care. I'm going out there and I'm taking food. They can't beat them, and Jalen Williams not helping that. Jalen Williams is only helping with the offense, and the offense still looked pretty good most of the series. That's what I'm saying. Like Jalen Williams, I understand, like from a narrative perspective, yes, but they are so deep that they had enough to cover for Jalen Williams offensively. Defensively is where they struggle, and Chet, that is directly on Chet. There's nothing anybody else could do about that. If Chet don't play well, if Chet don't actually put up some type of resistance to Wemby, don't stop him. You can't stop him, but put up some resistance. Then they are not winning a chip again, like ever. As long as Wemby plays basketball.
Yo, Alan, can you sum up what he just said? Because I actually heard none of that.
You didn't hear anything?
I heard nothing, but I can hear you only, but I didn't want to cut him off because he looked like he was getting his back. Crazy. So can you just sum up what he said?
Summary is that J-Dub wouldn't have made a difference on the defensive end, which is where they had problems against Wemby. Right, Paul?
Yeah, and the shot attempts. And the shot attempts. Talk about the shot attempts.
Oh yeah, and the shot attempts for Wemby. As long as he was getting the shot attempts, the Spurs was winning. As long as Wemby eats, the Spurs
that's what I said. That's what I said. Like the idea that I'm saying that to support my point that like actually no, I think the missing of the second best player actually did make them significantly worse than the Spurs. To Paul's point,
makes no difference between J-Dub there or not. I might agree with him. On that end,
we don't know. I think we don't know. I think looking at next year, if these two were
here's the thing:
again,
if AJ Mitchell is still in,
it's like if they have a healthy Jalen Williams.
If AJ Mitchell is still healthy,
what do you think? I also don't hear you, but if y'all hear him, then go ahead.
That's insane. If AJ Mitchell is also healthy, Paul's correct. But losing both your second best player and your best bench player is too much to overcome. You don't talk about it enough. I don't know if Farrell heard any of that.
No, he did.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, I mean, but all that goes to the biggest point, which is the same thing to revisit an old conversation. This is something similar to the problem with Jalen Duren. Chet is not where he needs to be. Just plain and simple. He's not as good at the game of basketball as Wemby. He's not as good as the game of basketball as Jalen Williams. He's a third best player on his team. He low-key looked like a fourth or fifth best player on his team this whole series.
Yeah.
He's not at all where he needs to be. And I don't think the reality, and I hate to bring up the foul baiting and all that stuff, and I want to leave it out of it.
Oh, my dad's wilding.
That's crazy. But the Thunder, even though they won last year, I think the reality of it is they are a regular basketball team. The Spurs, they are a regular basketball team. They don't have a unicorn. They don't have a Jokic. They don't have a Wemby. I'm sorry. I love Shea. I like the way he plays, but Shea's best nights are when he's getting 20 free throws. Wemby can go nuclear at any point. Wemby is demonstrating to you, and the whole team, unless Chet does something crazy next year, unless Chet comes back as playing the defense he's supposed to, because we can't ignore his defensive shortcomings. But his offensive shortcomings in a game 7 to have 4 points is despicable. Because he was the second best player at that point.
But this is what I said before you came in, Drew. I said next year, because I think the only problem that he got is Wemby. It's a personal. This is one of the rare times in the NBA where it's literally a personal matchup and a personal beef that's dictating the team's success to such a blatant extent.
Yeah, that's soft. That means soft though. Super soft.
Hey, listen.
That's what I'm saying. It means he's not that good. It means he's not that good. It means he's not that good, and he can't be the second best player on the championship team.
but he's gonna look good next year because it's only Wemby. That's what I'm trying to say. So he's gonna look like a star.
Can I just say one more thing? Can I just say one more thing real quick before you go, Alan?
Go ahead.
Well, I will agree with you, Paul, is that I did have Indiana in Game 7 before Hallie's injury last year. So I've never been that high on how dominant or good this team is.
That's what I'm saying,
to the comment earlier, I had Indiana in Game 7 last year if Allie doesn't go down. So if you're going to say Jalen Williams is going to make a difference because this Spurs team is better than this team healthy, I might agree with that from the standpoint that I don't think healthy this team is as good as advertised. They may be one of these one and done. Shea may be a Jokic. He may be that, right? He may be one of these guys that's one and done. We'll see.
No.
We'll see. Because also they've already proven in their earlier iterations that one dominant player can beat them because Luka dismantled them single-handedly the year prior, which is now my opportunity for my propaganda, which is if we get some men that help some help, Wemby don't got to worry about Shea again.
I'm going to tell you this. To your point,
he going to have to deal with the Don.
If Luka had Chet on his team, Luka had Chet, you know, but then it's gonna fall apart because Chet, yes, this is correct.
You don't even get what that means.
I don't care. I understand it. I understand the reference.
No, you don't.
Understand the reference.
You just capped to our whole face. Yes.
I
have no idea what he's talking about.
He's not. Here's the thing. He's not a bus driver. He's not the guy that's going to drive you. And he's honestly, he's for real. He's looking more of the way of DeAndre Ayton at this point.
All right.
No. I'm standing on that. I'm standing. What are you?
Hot take Dre is in effect.
Huh?
Hot take Dre is in effect.
Listen. And you know what? Wemby made him look like that. There was nothing he can do. There was nothing he can do. And that really tells you, number one, there are levels to this. But number two, Chet and the Thunder and Shea and Chet and J. Will, they all got very, very lucky last season. And that luck was eventually running out. They got very lucky.
Hot take.
They got very lucky.
I wouldn't say lucky. I would just say they beat teams they should have beat, and they didn't run into a team that was comparable to them. And I think this is the first year we're seeing. I think the year prior, when they run into a player they couldn't do nothing with, they lost. And I think in their run last year, they never ran into a player they couldn't deal with because we know about Jokic, that he's not one of those kind of players that is undealable with. So they were able to take the Nuggets out in 7, and it's not at the level of undealable with yet. So they took the Timberwolves out. And Holly is arguable whether he's an undealable player because he took him to Game 7 and didn't get to finish the game. So if you look at this year, once again, they ran into a player that's undealable with in Wemby, just like Luka was 2 years prior, and they lost. So the question, it's not that they got lucky, it's just that this is not a team that is good enough to overcome a true superstar. And that's the thing I think we have to, the questions about Shea that we have to ask moving forward is, we look at, remember how we had that pod about kings killing kings? We have to look at Shea and ask, okay, 1 chip, 2 MVPs in, is he a king? Because who has he killed? Because once again, I think especially after this year, I don't know how much stripes you get for killing Jokic.
Oh man!
But that, hold on, wait a second.
I don't know how much stripes you get for that.
I know. Here's the thing, and Ro, I say this with love because I know you tend to differentiate yourself from the rest of the basketball world on a lot of takes, and I think that's fine. But if you're making this as an objective standard, this is more than just Ro doesn't see Jokic as that guy. The whole NBA world has pretty much been hailing Jokic as the best player in the league.
But what did we as a pod come to an understanding about this?
I understand. I understand.
You saw the light just 4 pods ago.
No, I don't think we're wrong. But I'm saying to Shea's narrative point, because this is going to be a narrative point, right? To call him a king killer, right? you do have to put on his jacket that he did beat Jokic. You do
I'm
have
saying I
to
don't know how many stripes that gets you. Of course
at
he
least
did. It happened. I don't know how many stripes it gets you because when you ran to Luka, you got packed out. When you ran to Wemby, you got packed out. So who did you really beat?
you beat Jokic and an injured Pacers.
That's what I'm saying.
And I agree
And-
with the take. I agree with the take.
And
I
that's
agree
what
with
I'm
the
saying.
take. He's not. Listen, I said it earlier this season. Wemby's the best player in the league. I'm saying it now. The
Still
window.
playing.
No, Wemby's the best player in the league. I don't care if
Still
anybody
playing.
agrees with me or disagrees with me. I don't care. I truly don't care. Wemby's the best player in the league.
Jalen Brunson.
But
All right. The Don.
Jalen Brunson.
Don? He got to accomplish what Jalen Brunson did.
See, this is the problem.
He's done more than he's already done
gone
more
to
than
the
what
finals,
Jalen
Paul.
Yeah, what is this man?
And Jalen Brunson is about to show you how to get it done when you get there. We get it a check.
Okay, so talk to the Don after that. Talk to the
It's
Don after that.
happening.
But until then, you can't talk to the Don.
Here's the thing.
Give me 2 weeks.
And this is
Give me 10
what's
days.
going to happen. And this is the thing. And this is also going to be my great point. Because if Wemby is the best player in the world, when Jalen Brunson does beat him, it's only going to be that much sweeter. It's going to be that much sweeter for us.
Let's just move over. If no one has any more final thoughts about this series, where the Thunder go from here, the breakdown.
I'll tell you exactly. Hold on. I'll tell you where they go from there. They're not going to have to change that much. Their solution.
They can't.
Their solution is they can't trade Chet. He needs to make some phone calls and go work with some people. Because when you look over at
They
Wemby,
can't trade Chet.
I'm not saying they can't. I'm not talking about whether they could, should, whatever. But they
Someone
really
go
should.
wake up Hakeem. Someone go tap Hakeem's shoulder. They need you again.
Have y'all looked at the Spurs like assistant?
They need you again.
Have y'all looked at the Spurs? They have brought in anybody they could to make sure Wemby is the best player. They got Rashard Lewis on their coaching staff.
That's a fact.
What the hell is he doing here?
I'm weak.
I saw that and I'm like,
Let's
what's crazy? Because the
though.
cameraman knew the job. It was after he pulled that half court shot. They immediately panned to Rashard Lewis, and I'm like, oh, that's why he's here.
Right.
That's why
Right.
They are doing everything, and a lot of teams are not doing the development of their young stars like the Spurs have been for generations, and continue to do.
Alan, do you have any final thoughts?
Decades. I'm sorry, decades.
Alan, do you have any final thoughts on Game 7?
Yeah, I'm gonna say this. I feel like the Thunder could have won that series. I think we could break it down another time, but I think there's a lot of things that they didn't do that they should have done to put themselves in a better position. Number one, when Wemby was out the game, I don't think they played like true Thunder basketball and took advantage of that moment.
No,
because Wemby has gotten to that point now. When he's out the game, you got to win those minutes, right?
When he was out the game, was Shea out?
No, but
Shea
cooked. Shea cooked.
Yeah.
You got to give it to him. He cooked.
Yeah, Shea cooked. Game 7, I have no notes on Shea.
No, Shea didn't.
The rest of the series, Shea was not great, but Game 7, Shea was amazing. I have no notes on Shea. Game 7, that was he was making tough shots. He was doing his thing. It was one of the best individual games that I've seen.
Casey Wallace played well. Jalen Williams, the other one, played well.
Yeah, they just got outplayed.
That's what I'm saying. They had
sounds like they needed another All NBA player on their team.
They do.
No, they needed a defender. It don't have to be All NBA. They needed a big man to play.
An defensive player. That's what Chet's supposed to be.
Let Allen land, and let's move on because I gotta go.
Yeah, same. But other than that, I wanted to say something earlier. I saw a semi-viral tweet that said that I understand Chet may just want to hoop, but he needs to participate in whatever this Wemby got against him.
Fact.
He gotta do that. Get in the gym. Think about that all season. That when you became a meme with the mad white face, where your face turned red.
The reddest red.
Remember that?
Oh
Remember that?
Wait, what you call that? What you call that?
All season.
The what?
Huh?
What you call that face?
The red face, where his white face turned red.
You said the mad white face.
The Mad.
The Mad. No, he's right. The Mad White.
If you have white
The
friends,
Mad White
you
face.
know
what
that
it is.
is the Mad White
You
face.
see,
where
yeah,
they
you
get
see
red.
that face before.
They get red. They get red, and a little bit of
man.
tears in their eyes. Like
Yeah,
oh, Billy's
yeah.
mad.
Billy's mad is crazy.
100%.
It's true.
100%. So he needs to take that next season, and because his career, by no stretch of imagination, is his career on the line, but his stardom is on the line. What we consider him a star or not is really going to be determined.
He's not a star.
That's
really
a fact.
by how he plays the Spurs from
I'm
the
gonna be
rest of
honest.
his career.
He's not a
That's a
star.
fact.
He's not shown us anything to.
I'm telling you, Jalen Williams gifted him an All NBA spot. I'm standing on that.
It's correct. It's correct. He's not a star. He's not in that caliber yet.
All right.
Wait.
Paul,
Let
you
me say
got
this. Let me say this. No, let me say this quick
Okay.
about that too. I saw somebody say that. Oh, he just commented it. He just commented it. I saw somebody say
Cap.
might
He
look-
ain't going over there. He ain't going over there.
Oh, you
He
sure
ain't
about
going
that?
over there.
You know who's
He
gonna
ain't
go
going
over
over
there realistically?
I'm not
though?
so sure about that.
You know who's
I know
gonna
where he's
go.
gonna go.
You know who's going over there realistically?
He wants a big market. He done verbally out his mouth said he wants Europeans.
He's
in the
going to
big
Miami.
markets.
That's not really a surprise.
Oh,
No,
no.
he's not.
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
That's
No, he's
nobody
not.
going to Miami, man.
He
Nobody's
might
going to
go
Miami. No one's going
He
to Miami, bro.
He might go to Miami. Where do you think he's going to go?
I have him going to Golden State before he goes to Miami.
That's
He's not
a
going to Golden State.
Yeah, okay, we'll see.
I think no, but you got to think about it from the Bucks' perspective too. The front office. If you could get Chet, right, despite how he looks in the Western Conference Finals, if you could get a young player, get some
You're
other
right.
pieces, or draft,
If you don't think they're
You
getting an
are
All NBA,
recruiting
if you don't think
with-
they're getting a veteran All NBA player back, you're bugging.
they're not gonna get
I
that.
don't,
To be
I
honest,
don't
they're
think
gonna have. They're gonna
a
have
young
to-
star and some draft pieces. They might go for that.
Yeah,
You think
that's-
Chet? You
that's
think
what
Chet?
they
You think
need,
Chet?
honestly.
You think Chet's trade value is high after that series? Are you out of your
I
mind?
think
It might be
know
high
what?
enough for them.
You know
I
why?
think- I
Realistically, if they
if
target,
it happens at the trade deadline, it's gonna get higher because
you know
he's
who they
gonna play better.
realistically.
They're gonna trade him for picks, brother. Stop thinking
And
about a
Chet.
player. They're gonna
No.
trade him for picks.
I mean,
And
yeah,
Chet.
there's a good chance there is, but if there's another player that we're not considering whose value actually dropped recently, if they do make a pick or they do make a trade, they should highly consider, if healthy, Anthony Davis.
Oh my gosh,
He's trying to be
wrong
out
with
of
you, bro?
Washington.
What's
He's
wrong
trying
with
to be
you,
out.
bro?
he just got there.
He's
Yo,
trying
get
to be
outta
out.
here, bro. You're bugging.
Nah, man.
I saw an article
I'm
the
not
other
trading
day.
Giannis. I'm not trading Giannis to pair Anthony Davis with Miles Turner. You don't make any sense.
No.
Please
I'm
stop.
not talking about.
Please
I'm not
stop,
talking.
bro. Please
I'm not
stop,
talking.
bro.
I'm not talking about the Bucks. I'm saying if the Thunder are looking to move Chet, if that's a consideration,
Oh,
Oh, now that
yeah.
That's what I'm
Okay.
that's a problem. If
I don't think they're doing that though.
if Shea gets his hands on Anthony Davis, that's a
That'd be really good,
I'm-
but I don't think they trust his health like that. But that,
I'm
that's
mad
I
you
like
said
that.
that.
That's a good-
I'm mad you said that. Take that back out the universe right now. 'Cause I'm
I don't
trying to,
think
I'm
it
trying to,
happens. I
I'm
don't
trying to
think it
get that
happens.
man to come home.
I don't think it happens. I don't think it happens.
I'm trying to get that man to come home.
listen. Chet,
No
Because
way.
if you,
No way.
brother, you're afraid of that. You don't want to see that.
I'm not afraid. I'm just saying I don't think it's going to happen unless he gets bought
I
out.
don't want to see
but he's-
Luka get his hands on Anthony Davis. I'm gonna be
No, you
honest.
don't. You don't want to see
I
that.
don't want to see that at all. Everything if he gets Anthony Davis, even
Clipped.
for half the
Clipped.
season, Luka's
Clipped.
about to average 35 and 35. I'm just
Clipped.
gonna be so
All right, look, I have to go. So, Paul, I need you to carry on the producer tone of this podcast. Do the ISO, put the banner up, and do what the fans are here to see you do. You can do you and Dre. Put the banner up. I'm not leaving until I see the banner up. I can't leave the fans without knowing that I vicariously produced the way that it needs to be done.
Was it deleted?
This is funny.
Was it deleted?
Scroll all the way down. Scroll all the way down. It's all the way at the bottom.
Yeah, I had it.
That's crazy.
While we
That's
looking for
hilarious.
that, yeah, that's hilarious. While we looking for that,
All right, y'all.
I'm gonna say this is the reason why I lost a lot of respect for the Thunder, but that could be a different.
Dude,
topic.
let me just peace out to the fans.
Mhm.
Light it up. Deuces, y'all. Show me the banner, Paul.
Say less.
Say less. Oh, God, he's typing a new one. I know what it's going to say, too.
Nah. I got you. Listen, I got you because it's a warranted one. It's warranted. It's warranted. It's
Fans yelling.
warranted.
Okay, wait,
Oh,
hold on.
man.
Fans yelling for this. I cannot be present for this. Have a good one.
I wonder why.
Peace.
I'm gonna talk about you too. So I warned him. Listen, what we are seeing is historic from the New York Knicks. It's absolutely historic. Now, listen, man.
How this happen? How this happen?
Listen, yeah, I want to see y'all faces soon, man. Listen, I waited my whole life for this. You don't understand. I literally, I don't.
We had it once. We had it once in our lifetime.
Listen. I was watching Blues Clues and Barney and all of that. I wasn't watching the Knicks at that time. Sorry. All right. I knew who the players were because I've been hearing. And you know what? I wish Farrell didn't leave because I'm gonna talk about him. You're gonna see this in the clips, but I'm gonna talk. Listen. I'm gonna save the celebration for after we win.
As you should.
Right now, it's happening. People told me I would never see the Knicks win a championship in my lifetime. Mm-hmm. People literally told me that. So when I hear people like Farrell tell me we just did what we were supposed to do, as if I didn't hear people say the Hawks are going to beat us, as if I didn't hear people say the Sixers, oh, y'all played the wrong matchup.
The Sixers are the best team in the Eastern Conference.
They're the real best team in the East, right? As if I didn't hear people say, man, they got James Harden over there. They got James Harden. As if James Harden has done anything deep in the playoffs in his career.
Ever.
But now that they're playing the Knicks, they say, oh, he's going to show up. That pick and roll, oh, man, he don't got Darius Garland anymore. They would have been better off with Darius Garland. Listen, the New York Knicks, what we are doing, and here's the next thing, too. Farrell talks about, I'm going in. Listen, the Knicks bias or bias against the Knicks that exists in the media, I'm glad people are now seeing it. Because I'll tell you what, the things that the Knicks have been doing the last 4 years, not just this year, the last 4 years,
speak on it,
is unbelievable, and nobody's talking about it but the Knicks fans. Let's go. Let's really say. Farrell says, "Oh, where's the storylines? Where's the intrigue?" But if people actually cared about the Knicks, yeah, okay. If people actually cared about the Knicks,
your title contenders last year. What do you mean?
He's talking about like the era.
No, I get it. I get it.
He's the 90s, whatever.
I get it.
But listen. If people cared about the Knicks and talked about the Knicks, then people will be actually seeing, oh, there's something going on that we should be paying attention to in New York City. Instead of people on NBA, inside NBA being like, oh yeah, like congratulations, they're doing a good job, blah, 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 but they're gonna lose. Instead of having that attitude. Because think about this, right? We get Tom Thibodeau, right? We got Julius Randle and Marcus Morris. They do whatever they did, and we didn't even make the bubble, right?
And Mike Beasley. Don't forget about Mike Beasley.
And Mike Beasley, I think that was the year before. I'm not going all the way back there. I'm talking about the beginning of this moment.
Beginning of the year. Okay. No, I got you. I'm with you.
Tom Thibodeau, right? Well, it starts to get a Julius Randle the year before, right? He didn't play that well, really. It was Marcus Morris to see who traded him. But then the next year we get Tom Thibodeau, right? We're not expected to do anything. We end up playing well, looking like a respectable team, and nobody expected us to. Julius Randle to this day hasn't played as well as he did in his first that second year with our first year with Tibbs.
I think he was top 5 in MVP votes that year, honestly.
Because he deserved it. We get Derrick Rose, right? We get Derrick Rose halfway through the year. Nobody expected him to still have that much left in the tank, right? RJ Barrett turned out to be the right pick and the best player out of that draft. Because Zion Williamson, we missed out on him. We missed out on him, but it was a blessing. Because has had his off-the-court issues, and he had his injuries right after he come back from suspension, right? And then Zion can't stay healthy. This year was his healthiest year. He wasn't even healthy a lot of points within the year, right?
Just focus on the wrong things.
Right. We go to the playoff, Julius chokes. Right? The next year, we try again. It doesn't work out, right? Then we get Jalen Brunson.
Everything changes.
Jalen Brunson was a second-round pick. He wasn't considered to be a star-level player coming out of college and on the Mavericks.
Which is crazy because how do you watch what he did at Villanova? Sorry to interject. I'm just saying.
Go ahead, man.
How do you watch what he did at Nova and be like, oh, this guy came as a champion?
Because
he knows how to win. What are we talking about?
Because nobody really cares about championships in college when it comes to the NBA. Let's really talk about it.
But here's the thing.
They should.
When you win on a team that has that kind of culture, right? And you learn how to win young, which is what happens to a lot of guys. They don't know how to win. They're not around that kind of resume. They're not around that kind of winning culture. They get into the NBA and it takes them 10, 15, whatever years, if they get there. When you get a guy that's like, I understand how to get it done, all you got to do is give him the opportunity. Which is why Kevin Durant hasn't done anything in this league yet. Keep going.
Listen, Kevin Durant hasn't done anything in the league?
Without Steph Curry, what's he done?
He's an MVP. He's an all-time NBA player.
In the playoffs. He's talking about winning
chips.
He's talking about winning chips.
Guys, we can't.
Chips, playoffs.
All right, I'm not going to interrupt y'all. But
that was hyperbolic. That was hyperbolic. I'm not going to hold you. But I know what he's saying. And you know what he's saying too. But that was hyperbolic. Listen, and get your mans. Go hit this man up.
What has Jalen Brunson, Jalen Brunson, my man? What has Jalen Brunson done that Kevin Durant hasn't done this league?
Led a team to the finals. Led a team to the NBA finals.
He went to the finals.
No. He went to the finals. That's actually the difference. Thank you so much. Russell Westbrook led a team to the finals. Kevin Durant just happened to be the best team on it. The best player on it. Jalen Brunson.
Continue, Paul. Continue. I'm not going to step on your moment.
Nah. Jalen Brunson has actually led a team. I've never watched Kevin Durant lead anything except the league and Ashley needs. That's it. That's all he does.
And scoring.
You're right.
Listen, I'm sorry. But get your mans. Hit him up in the DM and tell him this is not a good look for Nets fans. Now, listen.
Oh gosh.
Listen.
No, okay. Don't put that on the screen. Don't put that.
Going back to what I was saying, right? I'm talking about the evolution of what's going on, right? We get Jalen Brunson. We get back to the playoffs, right? Julius Randle's still choking. Everybody say Donovan Mitchell is better than Jalen Brunson. We make quick work out of them. Not as quick as this year, but quick work out of them. The very next year, eventually the whole starting lineup ends up injured, but we take that team to 7 games. Right? We go to 7 games. I think it was in the second round we played the Pacers. No. Yeah. The Eastern Conference Finals again, right?
Eastern Conference Finals.
I'm talking about the first time we played the Pacers.
Yeah, Eastern Conference
Finals. Eastern Conference Finals, a severely injured team. Jalen Brunson ended up getting injured in the last game too. And we still No.
Swap it. It was second round. It was
I think round. It was the second round, right?
Second round. The Pacers go on to Eastern Conference Finals. They lose to the Celtics.
Right. So exactly, right? So the fact that we even got to 7 games, being that injured was crazy. The very next year, we get to the finals. I mean, the Eastern Conference Finals. But the pathway, the shots the year before was when Dante DiVincenzo hit those shots, right?
Yeah, because he was still on the team.
Right, Dante DiVincenzo was hitting those shots in his second year, Jalen Brunson's second year on the team. Hitting those shots against the Sixers in the playoffs.
Uh-huh.
That any other team has those level of clutch plays. That's all over teams. It's just breaking news. Look at what's going on in New York. Wow, they're injured. Julius Randle is out, and we have guys hitting clutch shots like that. People would be talking about it if it wasn't the Knicks. The very next year,
and Mike Brown. No, Mike Brown's this year. I'm sorry. We got Cat last year.
I'm going to not last year now. The very next year, right? The defending champions. We come back down 20. I don't think any other team has ever done that 2 games in a row like that. People are talking about it. They talk about like, wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. How could the Celtics, the Knicks? What is the Knicks? The story is always the other team, except for in New York. Now we're going to force y'all to talk about us the way we deserve. Because at the end of the day, you can't ignore the team that's at the top, the last team standing, which will be the New York Knicks. And if you paid attention, if the media did their job and got their bias out of it, they will understand what's going on is special. We have a team full of playoff risers. Do you understand that? Do you understand? We have a whole team of playoff risers. Cat has shown from his Minnesota days. He steps up in the playoffs, believe it or not. Cat has shown that. He showed down the Knicks too. Jalen Brunson looks like Michael Jordan in the playoffs, man.
Yo.
No, I'm right. You see.
No, he's right. He's right. No, Alan, that's not even Paul's original thought. That's not even Paul's original thought. He's right. This is on the internet. There are guys that are saying, my dad had Michael Jordan. I have Jalen Brunson.
On the offensive
end. And we mean that. Jalen Brunson is that guy. On the offensive end,
I have never seen anybody this unstoppable in a long time. Even Kevin, you brought up Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant got stopped by Tony Allen. Mm-hmm. He got stopped by Short. Chris Paul affected Kevin Durant. Right? I've seen that. I don't think I've ever seen anybody just like straight up stop or even slow down that much. Jalen Brunson, unbelievable. Mikal Bridges, the clutch shots he was hitting against the Celtics last year. Who else in the NBA is doing that consistently? And on the defensive end. OG Anunoby. People forgot when we got OG Anunoby, we had the best record in the league, or one of the best records in the league that year that we got him, after we got him. Right? Like he was like the defining factor. If he played well, then we win. That was the thing, right?
And don't forget. And I know people were upset. Mike Brown, we should have kept Tibbs. We are having such a tremendous amount of success because Jalen Brunson doesn't have to play 48 minutes. Josh Hart doesn't have to play 48 minutes. OG Anunoby doesn't have to play 48 minutes. We finally have a coach that understands, I got 11 guys here that can probably score the basketball. Maybe I should use them. Maybe I got 11 guys that play some modicum of defense. Maybe I should use them. Because when you're going into the finals, it's, of course, about star power. But it's also about mitigating your resources and mitigating your energy and mitigating that and using that bench, I should say. Because you can't win a series going that deep in the playoffs running an 8-man rotation, 7-man rotation. There were times last year the Knicks were running a 6-man rotation. We have 11 guys that we can throw at anybody. Jalen Brunson has barely played a fourth quarter in like 35 days.
Yes. 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 And the reason we're blowing these teams out like that is because, like I said, we are a team of playoff risers. Like Mikal Bridges is not missing no open shots. OG is not missing no open shots. Karl Anthony Towns not missing no open shots. And the thing about it is, it's like when you look at teams around the league, they always have these guys on their team that they kind of just shrink a little bit in the moment. And they're not able to do things that they're supposed to do. We step up. And I give credit to Tom Thibodeau for setting the culture where you got to play hard to get minutes, where you got to play defense to get minutes, and you can't be afraid. He worked them so hard that you got to believe in your work when it comes to the playoffs because he's just been working so much. And then listen to the last thing I'm going to say, right? Because I'm not going to go in all the way. I got a lot more to say, but I'm going to save it for when we win the championship. All right? I will bring this back up. I wish the Knicks well for many friends I grew up with just so they can experience a championship in their lifetime. I have news for you, Pharaoh's Dad. Win or lose, the Knicks are not going anywhere because we have a young growing core too that people aren't talking about that actually throughout the season showed that they actually have talent and they're not even playing that much because we're so deep right now. So a lot of those issues that Farrell was talking about last episode with the roster, those issues aren't going to be that big of an issue because we have guys that are going to step up and step into those roles with more experience, and they're going to be ready because that's the culture that we have set by Tom Thibodeau, and shout out to Julius Randle as well.
Oh, hey. I like that. I never thought I'd hear that from you, Paul. I like that though.
Yeah, because you go off of how you think I feel. I'm honest. Listen, I think Julius Randle and Tom Thibodeau, once we win this chip, should get a ring. That's how serious I feel about it. That's how listen, we wouldn't be here without
Julius Randle. Do not want that.
And that's fine. He can stay over there. I don't want him back either.
We don't want him.
Setting
but no, it does start. It does start. And also, here's the thing, and I saw it in the comments about separating from James Dolan. The thing is, first and foremost, James Dolan needs to be separate. Well, you have to separate him out of the culture.
Hold on, real quick, Andre.
Yeah.
Y'all Giants fans gonna separate from Jackson Dart? Oh,
yeah,
all right.
that's
a
fact. No, that's a fact. That's a fact.
This is my whole point. This is my whole point. Even when you were going at me, Andre, this is my whole point. Like all these guys, like all these rich white people have their political affiliations that you might not agree with. So are you gonna stop supporting sport? You can do that if you want to, but if you're not gonna go all the way, then leave the Knicks alone.
The only difference is, and this is where I got to it, whereas it became problematic for the Knicks where we could not get players. That year we had all that money. Nobody wanted to play with us. And that was hurting the team. But now we have overcome that. This is how good Jalen Brunson is. Y'all are not understanding. Y'all aren't understanding. He's that good. He's so good that he has overcome literally. I just watched this man. No funny. He's also overcoming the Jenner curse because Timmy Chalamet just keeps bringing that girl over to the team. It has not affected us.
That ain't the Jenner curse. That don't count. That ain't the Jenner curse.
He's going out with her. Nobody on the team is going out with her.
Yeah, it has to be someone.
You don't even have to bring her up, man.
That's not the curse.
I don't want her in my building. I don't want her in my building. If I'm being honest. I don't want her in the building. All I'm gonna say, listen. All I'm saying is this: we not only do we have best opportunity. Because people, this is the other narrative, Paul, and this is the hindsight. After we beat the Hawks, right? After we beat the 76ers, after we beat Cleveland, they didn't have that hard of a road.
Talk about it.
Look who they beat. I mean, you just told us we were going to get bounced.
Yeah, people are going to say that, but that's because every time someone loses on this podcast, we say that about the last couple of championships. People are going to, and I hate that. I hate when people do that, and I didn't get a chance to say it. But that's what we do every time someone loses the next year. But continue.
What do we
can't stand that.
What?
Huh?
Look at the road.
Yeah, we just did it like 10 minutes ago with Shay and them.
Yeah.
Well, that's that narrative of the team killer, whatever. But this is what I'm saying. Jalen Brunson is about to go against the best player in basketball. Legitimately, he's going against the best player in basketball. If you don't consider him the best player yet, fine. You have to at least respect that he's a top 5 player right now and the best offensive player, not just on the planet, but probably that we've seen in the last 30 years.
Yeah.
If Jalen Brunson and the Knicks overcome that, all of that road talk, all of that, the city might not survive. All right? Jalen Brunson, all those comparisons about Jordan, because people do that to Jordan too. Well, who did he beat in the finals? That goes out the window if the Knicks beat the Spurs. All of that is gone. This is going to be. Hold on, wait a second.
I think that was going on with the Lakers too, was it not?
That's a fact.
Yeah,
no, that's a fact.
Where did he come from? Where that man came from? Which tree? Okay.
Anyway. This is not only going to be a great series. This is going to be a repeat series because we're gonna get our revenge on 1999. But this is going to be the solidifying and the respect for Jalen Brunson and the Knicks organization. Becky Hammond doubled down on her comments this week.
Oh man!
And people, I can't believe she said that. That was nuts.
That was wild. She said, "I'm standing
because it's the Knicks." I'm trying to tell you, there is Knicks bias. I'm telling you.
If anybody else had the kind of postseason we're talking, and this is what pissed me off. I wasn't here last week, but pissed me off 2 weeks ago when Farrah was talking about, it's 30 points, 20 points, it doesn't matter. Yeah, maybe for one game, maybe if you beat somebody one game, but if you're beating somebody by 51 and then you beat the next team by 30, then 40, then 25, then 30, there's something happening. This isn't that we're just. This is like if we were beating the Hawks by 1 to 2 points every night, and then we happen to slip into the second round. That's what you're saying. Maybe we're more in their competition. If you're saying these are lesser teams than us, then look at the way that we are manhandling them.
Right.
And putting BTA in historic fashion. We're not punching down, we're punting.
And here's the
We've
thing.
been punting these teams. So when you get to that doesn't just go away now because we get to the Spurs. We're not just gonna be, oh my God, I don't know what to do. We are on one of the best heaters I've legitimately ever seen. That's
in league history.
In league history. In my lifetime, I can't remember a heater like this. I truly
even the 2018 Warriors weren't beating teams like this. Let's call a spade a spade.
Brother, I didn't see them beat a team by 51 in the playoffs. I didn't see that happen.
And here's the thing. Before you go, Alan, this narrative about them having an easy road is simply false too. The Hawks were one of the hottest teams, if not the hottest team in the NBA going into the playoffs.
I don't know about that.
No, literally, look at the record. They were literally the hot. Like when they traded Trey, look at their record after that. Look at people need to do their homework. I'm telling you. And then who we play? The Sixers, right? The Sixers
just beat the Celtics. What beat back?
The Celtics. They beat the Celtics. Came back from down 3-1 and beat the Celtics. Do we not respect the Celtics anymore? Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown? Okay. And then the Pistons lost to the Cavs. They lost to the Cavs. And then we sweep the Cavs. So what does that say about the Pistons? Or what does that say about the Cavs? One has to be either the Pistons were overrated, like I said, or the Cavs are actually better than we thought they were, and then we just swept them. So what does that make us?
I just want to say something real quick.
No, I'm done. Go.
Okay, but I'm gonna say my thoughts about the Knicks, but just one thing. I want to say one thing about the last thing you just said. And that's my exact feeling as to why I think that the 50-win team thing with Jokic is so stupid. Because I can say everything that you just said applies to them and all the other nonsense people say discredit players today. That's the exact thing you can say. That's why I think it's so stupid. But anyway, I'm not going to get into that.
That's fair. You got to wait for Farrah to come back to address that one.
I think it's so stupid. But anyway, my thoughts on the Knicks. One, I want to reiterate like what Pharaoh's dad said about like just growing up with people. One, like I live in New Jersey. There's mad Knicks fans in New Jersey. It's probably the reason why the Nets left in the first place. I probably didn't get enough support. But there's mad Knicks fans in New Jersey, right? But on top of that, even more, my grandpa I think he was a Knicks fan. It's fair to say that he was a Knicks fan. I used to watch games with my grandpa all the time, so it'd be really dope to see a Knicks win a championship because me and my grandpa used to watch Knicks all the time.
I didn't know this.
If I wasn't as proud as like where I'm from, I would probably be a Knicks fan.
That means it's time to be a Knicks fan because they're not even from y'all anymore. We have them in Brooklyn.
And I'm not going to jump the bandwagon now at this point.
No, I'll let you fall. I don't know about you, but I'm going to let them join. If it means we got one more Knicks fan, at least the finals, you can jump on for right now.
I don't want to join.
Leave that man alone. He's from New Jersey.
I'm from New Jersey.
You're talking to the wrong. See, you got to talk to this man in the comments and his son.
Yeah.
That's who we got to convert. Because why are y'all some Lakers fans? There's a lot I got to say. But wait.
They're not moving. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you.
So that's just my first point.
I'm going in. All of you who used to make fun of Knicks fans from New York, don't let us.
I'm not gonna lie. It is crazy being from New York, and it's just funny to see. I'm not gonna say it's crazy. I'm not gonna like.
You see it.
It's very funny to see. I always thought that was pretty funny
because there's some clout chasers.
You're gonna have to deal with that with them. But another part I'm gonna say is like I want to reiterate, like Paul, you just went through like the whole history of the Knicks, like the last 4 years.
Yeah,
I want to add to that and say like that front office, and I said this before on the pod, but the front office is very, very commendable. Like
shout out to Leon Rose. Come on now.
Who's also from where? Where he from? Big Jersey. But
you're the best y'all have to offer. We take your best because we know where they belong. Anyway, keep going.
Yeah, the Jersey. I'm not all right. I'm gonna let y'all get a moment. Yeah, I'm gonna let y'all have a moment. All I'm
You
gonna
know,
say is
we don't
make
do,
sure
and we're trying to do the same to you.
Andre, leave, he's
Kings-
not the op. He's not your op. Leave him.
The
I know.
Kings of New York.
I'm just trying to tell him.
Alone, man.
All
There's
the
room for
Kings
you
of
over
New York
here.
are from New Jersey. But anyway,
There's room for you over here.
but I'm gonna say like the front office from the Knicks for the last
Yo, what is this? What is this?
last 4 or 5 years have been really put on a masterclass on how to turn a culture, a franchise all the way around, right? Because like my whole life, the Knicks have been like a joke, basically.
Yes.
Right? Like, we all the same age. Our whole life, the Knicks have been a joke. Leon Rose came here and turned the whole culture around. They'd really built the team by doing really smart free agent signings. Could have did some like big splash moves. Could have got Donovan Mitchell. Didn't do any of that.
Yes.
Stuck to his guns. Stuck to the game plans. Made smart hires. Fired Tibbs only when he feel like he really had to. Tim could have got fired before that, but he only fired Tibbs when he feel like it was the right move to make when the team wasn't progressive enough. Even though they made the conference finals, that was his bold move, but it was the right move. And look where they're at now. So I'm gonna say that about the Knicks. Like really, really, really good culture change. It feels like James Dolan doesn't have like his hands like around the Knicks as much as he did growing up. So that's really dope by them.
It started with the Phil Jackson years. People got to give him credit. I'm telling you.
Yeah. That's true. And
He allowed Phil Jackson to ruin Carmelo Anthony's prime.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
He allowed him to do it. So he was willing to allow Leon Rose to come in and fix up.
Yeah. Other thing I'm gonna say is I think the Knicks have been the best team in the playoffs this year so far.
Thank you.
They've been playing way too good. Obviously, they haven't lost a game in like weeks.
But
yeah. That's crazy. That's a crazy thing to think about. But they've been the best player. They've been the best team. They play connective, and I think, and I want to get y'all numbers too. I already know it's Knicks, but I think Knicks in 7.
I'm going Knicks in 6.
So you think the New York Knicks are winning the championship for the first time since 1973? Man,
and the reason, just talk a little bit about basketball.
I should have gave his prediction. We let him go too easy, too early.
Yeah, we let him go too fast. I thought about that after the fact. That's why
he's not low either. He's not low. I watched the whole play and I'm like, I know what he's doing, but I came in too late to say something.
But I am going to. The reason why I think the Knicks are going to win against the Spurs, and I'm not that confident, but for me, y'all know when it comes to playoffs specifically, I think about like the matchups because I think that's the biggest thing in the playoffs.
I think the Knicks are a better
matchup. I think the Knicks are a better matchup against the Spurs specifically. But specifically because the Knicks can play 5 out. They have their whole team can shoot. They have lineups where the whole team can shoot, and that's what you really need against a guy like Wemby. Because Wemby will take the inside away from you. So you have guys that can shoot, but it also poses a problem because you need Mitchell Robinson against Wemby. He's the one that did the best against him in the whole league. But then you're not playing 5 out. So it's going to be interesting to see.
Mitch is back.
That's what I'm saying. But you need, like, if you put him in, you're no longer 5 out. Is what I'm saying.
Oh no! I hear what you're saying, but to your point, we can counterbalance. We figure out a way to counterbalance. Honestly, both in the regular season and through the course of the playoffs, we can build a lead, and that's why it's so important when we come out and punch teams in the mouth early.
But that's what Spurs do too. That's what they did every time they won against OKC. They come out and punch you in the mouth.
They're not doing that.
It's not going to be like I think they're going to win it, but I think it's going to be a good series, and it's not going to be easy for either team. Like I can see the Spurs winning it though. I can see. I'm not 100% confident saying the Knicks in 7 because I can see the Spurs winning it because. If Wemby just goes crazy, that's in the cards. We can see that. And for that, they just have really good players on the Spurs. Like guys can go on heaters just like y'all can. 2 feet in the paint all the time for Harper, and I know they're rookies. I know Harper's a rookie, but he had 2 feet in the paint as good as anyone I've seen this league. The way they was going, so it's gonna be a real good matchup, and I'm excited for this finals. It's gonna be really fun to watch.
I'm gonna be honest. Everything you say, I agree with, and I just want to add this one other portion. It's not only the fact that we're going to be 5 out. There's going to be a slight defensive liability that they're not going to be able to exploit on our end, which is whoever, because Vassell can guard a little bit, Keldon Johnson can guard a little bit, and De'Aaron Fox might be the person that gets hunted one of the best things that we've been able to do this playoff series, this entire 11-game run, we find guys and we hunt them. We've been doing it, and we continue to do it. And De'Aaron Fox, I don't know if he's going to survive the Jalen Brunson OG blitz. I'm just going to be straight up. That's too many buckets to give up. That's not – and also, this is what's going to take away from the matchup problem with being 5 out. And we've seen them get hot. We've seen the Spurs, and what I mean hot, I mean we've seen them get a little irritated. Their entire discipline of why they're so defensive and so good is because when you do happen to blow past them, if they do happen to leave their feet, you got to go fight Wemby at the rim, and not a lot of guys are doing that. If Wemby is out of the paint, right, I don't know that these young guys are going to be able to keep their composure defensively because Jalen Brunson's, you're going to have to guard 25 shots a game. I don't know that we're seeing guys on the Spurs that can do that consistently. And he's not foul baiting. He's not throwing himself to the floor. He's giving you footwork, mini buckets that you're going to have to find a way to stop. I don't know you can do that 25 possessions. Listen, I don't think you can do it 4 times for 25 possessions.
I mean, can I just respond to one thing he said, Paul, and I'll let you go?
Yeah.
I see your point about like the hunting, right? But I think the Spurs team is too good to rely on that. I think if you do that for like 2 games, because I saw it happen in this series against the Thunder. They did it. They got hunted. Shea was trying to hunt, but at a certain point, it clicked for San Antonio, and the rotations just got tighter. That at a certain point, they just knew when to rotate. So I feel like if y'all try to hunt one specific player, they're just gonna know how to rotate after a while. But the Knicks are good enough that's not gonna be the only game plan. Like, the Knicks are good enough to have like a multi-dimensional offense, so it's not gonna be a problem. But I just wanted to say that like I think the Spurs could overcome the matchup hunting.
And also, last thing, because I just thought about this, we gave Jalen Brunson a lot of smoke. Or someone on this podcast gave Jalen a lot of smoke for not being a 20-10 guy. And I saw Shea be a 20-10 guy one time. Jalen Brunson has been a 20-10 guy multiple games this offseason. If hunting stops working.
Close to 10, yeah.
Fair give him credit for that, to be fair.
If hunting stops working. I've seen when the hunting stopped working, Jalen Brunson went off and got 14 assists. I watched him do it with my own eyes. And then when they said, never mind, come back, I then saw him give someone 38 points. I don't know that the Spurs are going to be able to contain him. This is why when Paul said Jalen Brunson is the best player in the league, that's not a crazy statement. I'm going to be honest. That's not a crazy statement. People are going to disagree, but I don't know how you look at this objectively. Like, I don't know how you look at this postseason objectively and be like, that's completely out of pocket. I've seen too much with my eyes this season. I haven't seen that man lose in 35 days. 42 days. I haven't seen it.
Listen, can the Knicks win the game? There's a comment. Can the Knicks win a game 7 in San Antonio?
They're not getting to game 7.
Yes.
6.
But listen, yes, but it won't matter. We're sweeping them.
Sweep? Come on, y'all. Oh,
you can't tell me. No, you can't tell me that's hyperbole based on what we've seen.
It's not hyperbole.
You can't say this is not crazy. Nothing is crazy Knicks fan talk anymore. That's a thing of the past.
Bro,
it's a thing of the past.
As good as the Spurs are, the Spurs are a really good team.
Listen. Let me explain something to you about the Spurs. The Spurs are a good team, and they're very young, and they showed their youth. Farrell was talking about the youth of Wemby, right? I think them guards that they got over there, the Dylan Harpers, the Vassell's, the Castles, Keldon Johnson not really a guard, but whatever he is, the 6 man, right?
He's a forward.
Yeah, but he kind of plays like a guard, like a big guard. But anyway, those they are the ones that show youth to me, right? Look at this. Look at this, man. Look, they are the ones.
That's a funny ass comment.
Look at this, man. Listen.
Yo, that's such a New York comment. I love that.
Listen.
You only get that comment if you in a New York.
Yeah. If you from here, that's fine. But listen, all I'm saying, right, is this. those guards are going to have to play the games of their lives, and they have to play smart. I think they've gotten a win. When you look, listen. I'm not hating. You're not gonna like this item because of what you just said. It's gonna sound like I'm like discrediting the Thunder and the Spurs, but I saw a lot of young mistakes.
Yes.
And bad youthful shots by the
That's
Spurs and some of the Thunder's players too.
Stephon Castle had 11 turnovers that first game. There are problems.
Right. And here's the thing. Right. The reason that nobody's talking about it and we overlook it is because of Wemby. So when Farrell's talking about Wemby's the shot selection and all that, I get that, but that's not that big of an issue to me. The issue is these other guys. Now, we've seen this matchup this year in the in-season tournament. The Spurs have been consistently as good as they are right now. The Knicks were not. This is a better Knicks team than the team that beat them in the in-season tournament, right? What we saw, though, is Mitchell Robinson and OG Anunoby actually, but you can't play OG the whole game on him, right? But they both did a great job on forcing Wemby to do what? Face up. He had to get into his Carmelo bag, right? Against the Thunder, he didn't have to do that. Mm-hmm. All he had to do was literally just run to the paint. Whoever is in front, just run to the paint. You got to either foul me or I'm going to finish or I'm going to do both, right? And then once he got hot, he was like, man, I'm pulling from half court. I don't care, right? And he was making it, right? He's not going to be able to do that on us. Even Cat, I think Cat's going to do a good job.
Sorry, pause on the play. And this is how quickly people forget. OG Anunoby is a champion. Mikal Bridges has been to the finals. What are we talking? People just go and say anything about the Knicks, and the media will just let it stick because it's the Knicks. What are we talking about?
They have no experience. This is their first year in the playoffs, and it came out that they're the betting favorites right now.
Mikal Bridges,
the Spurs.
Although most people on DraftKings bet on the Knicks, no, half of the bets came to the Knicks, like 51%. But the betting favorites in Vegas is the Spurs. Of course they are. Listen, all I'm saying is this, right? When you can't just focus on Wemby that much because you actually have somebody that can actually put up some type of defense, like slow him down a little bit. Unlike Chet, this is why I was talking about Chet so much. If Chet played, if he was some type of impediment to Wemby and made him work, that whole offense changes. Everybody has to do more. Everybody has to be sharper. Everybody's looks are now more contested, right? The Knicks do not have to play as we don't have to double team Wemby like that, not as much. We don't have to play as hard help. You don't have to help as hard at all. We don't have to do. All we have to do is treat Wemby like a regular superstar, like you would guard Shea, like you would guard Ant. Like that makes a difference as opposed to guarding somebody like he's some type of alien, right? That makes a huge difference. And now those other guys on that team are going to have to play better. Now on the offensive end, they can't hold Jalen Brunson point blank. I have a feeling they're going to switch everything outside of Wemby, outside of like when Wemby's in the play. They're going to switch everything. Harrison Moore going to switch with Vassell. Castle's gonna switch with De'Aaron Fox. Vassell's gonna switch with Castle. Dilla Harper, they're all just gonna switch, right? Them young boys cannot guard Jalen Brunson. It's going to be light work for him. Right? And this is the last point I'm gonna bring up.
Good, man. Yeah.
The hacker Mitch, right? Well, Mitch hack with 9 fingers in play, right? Whatever. He's not a shooter, right? And he can't shoot free throws with 10 good hands, 10 good fingers. So it don't matter. All he has to do, get the board, block shots, play physical. He has no real finesse game. He can finish layups, but I think is it the left or the right hand that got injured? The pinky. If it's the left, then he's still gonna be able to finish layups with the right hand, right? And catch lobs and dunk, right? So I'm not worried about that. I just need him on the court with healthy legs. All right, I need him with a healthy leg, which is he's healthy outside of the surgically improved, surgically healed pinky. I'm just saying, man.
Right hand.
Fair
Sorry,
enough.
right hand. It's his right hand.
Wemby is not going to look like how he looked against the way he looked against the Thunder. It's not going to happen. And it will end up in a sweep. I'm telling you right now, it's going to get ugly.
Crazy.
We are celebrating the chip in MSG. It's going to go crazy.
Oh, that's why you want to.
in
Okay,
New York City,
that
man.
makes sense. That makes sense now. Okay,
I'm telling you.
but
This is not crazy Knicks fan talk. Look at what we're seeing.
The evidence is there.
last thing to say to close it out for me. I hear your point about them looking young, right? I get that. But my only thing against that is because I agree with you, they had a lot of moments where they look young, but I also feel like they had just as many or almost as many where they looked like they was good and they were not too scared in the moment and they just stepped up.
Oh, they're confident.
Throughout the whole playoffs.
They're confident.
Throughout the whole,
They're confident.
They're very confident. They're not scared in the moment. And I feel like they're also, when they're feeling really good, team is rolling, they make the right decisions too. Like, there is a lot of times they look like rookies. They look young. The turnovers are really bad when they have the turnovers.
Yeah.
But boy, when it's time for them to step up and make a shot when they need it, they do it. And they're going to be a problem for years to come, that team.
Yeah, I agree with.
The only pushback, and this isn't really even pushback.
It's low for the Lakers.
When you are coming into this finals, right? I think they had a game 5, game 6, and then a game 7. If I'm not mistaken. They played a lot of basketball, a lot of extra games this postseason, and they're coming into this finals now just off the heels of a very tough 7-game series. Them making whatever rookie mistakes they make is going to be going up against the Knicks coming in healthy and fully rejuvenated.
Mm-hmm.
You can't really afford to come in and make that many mistakes. Stephon Castle cannot have 11 turnovers and they still win. You can't get guys drawing 4 or 5
points right there.
That for real.
Yeah, that's like 20, almost 30.
And forget if all 11 are going to Landry Shamet for a 3. He's missed 1 3-point shot. And
they just
on,
beat OKC, where that's the most dangerous team in the league when you turn it over.
Not in the playoffs, though. Not in the playoffs. It's the Knicks. Playoffs.
They had some.
It's the Knicks in the
games.
But that kind of goes to Pharaoh. Hold on, that goes to Pharaoh's point, because one of the reasons they are so dangerous on the break when you do have a turnover is because of Jalen Williams. So
partly, yeah.
We can't turn around and be like he's not that important, but also he's incredibly important. Like
it's a matchup, man. It's a matchup.
It's a big matchup problem.
Yeah, it's a matchup.
Listen,
I think it serves the Knicks better to play slow against them. I think y'all try to turn
play at our pace. They have to match us. We don't try to match them.
Yeah. All right, Knicks and what? Oh, he said 4, Paul. What do you say, Andre?
I said 6. Knicks and 6.
Oh, 6. All right. We're gonna see. I hope it's a good finals. I hope it goes to 7. I hope it's all good games. I'm very excited about this.
I want to talk about the Cavs for a little bit though.
You want to talk about what?
The Cavs.
What you guys say about the Cavs, man?
Hey, man. Yo, Donovan Mitchell, what was you just sucked the hope out of your whole franchise, man. Like that was. I think they got to do something. They got to trade him. I think they might have to trade Donovan Mitchell. I think it's going to
Donovan Mitchell. Wow.
I think it's going to turn out. What's James Harden is on this team for how long? Like, what's the contract situation?
I think he got traded.
I think he has a player option for next year.
For next year, like after next year?
No,
he's going to be here for a minute.
This summer, like this summer coming.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the summer coming. Yeah.
Yeah, no, you got to get rid of him, man. And you got to do something. You got to do something with Evan Mobley or Jarrett Allen. It's a wrap. The experiment failed. The double big.
The Twin Towers was not. It's not what they needed.
And that's a fact as well. Yes, Westbrook said that. He's a champion in life. Yes.
I mean, they are, bro. I'm not mad at them.
He ain't doing nothing since then. I'm telling you, when you start hearing that type of talk, it's a wrap. If I'm Dad Gilbert, I do something immediately.
That's my guy. I can't back that.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, when you start hearing that type of talk, you got to do something, because, like, what are you supposed? You can't come back with the same team.
Yeah.
And the role players were that. I mean, outside of Merrill having bad games in the.
Some minds would say analytically the Cavs were the better team.
Here we go.
That was a crazy quote.
What are we talking about? How you get swept and you say analytically? Analytically, we whooped your ass. Analytically, we whooped y'all ass. What are you talking about?
That is something you say as a retired player. You don't say that when you're still playing, trying to win a chip. I think it's all right because think about it, right? Now you got somebody in James Harden. That's a win now move. You trade a younger player, right? Who was actually in age-wise on the same path and progression as a Evan Mobley.
This is a great comment.
Right? So you trade that guy. And now your two backcourt players are now older.
Whoa! I'm not putting it on the screen.
No. Somebody delete
Yo, you're wilding. You're wilding right now.
Yeah, I'm deleting that. I'm not rolling.
I'm not putting that on the screen.
But anyway, like
that's bad for the community.
I deleted that. I literally deleted it. But anyway. Yo, all I'm saying is you try to win now and you fail that badly, you can't come back with that type of lineup. You know what I mean? Because now it's like you kind of, in my opinion, you kind of ruin the future when you trade Darius Garland. But now you have Evan Mobley, who's still young and still getting better and still progressing. But now what are you going to do at the shooting guard position or the point guard position? Because you're going to bring that back and try again? It seems like he's wasting time while the Magic are getting better, while the Celtics are going to probably retool and be better a little bit. While who else in the East is coming up? The Pistons are going to
Toronto.
You got too many teams that like you're stagnation, especially in a team in a conference like the East where you have so many young players that are looking promising. Stagnation is really just going backwards.
Yeah, agreed.
Because you're gonna fall.
That's true in life. That's true in life and in basketball.
That too. So it's like I don't know what they do. I think they got to make a move.
But I also got to be honest. We might own the East for the next few years. I'm gonna be honest with you. We might own the East.
Get ahead of ourselves.
The only team I really see giving us a problem going forward are the Pacers.
I was thinking that too. I was thinking about that the other day. Like the Pacers.
No, not the Celtics right now because they played so many games. They played so many games to get the championship level team that they want, and they can only afford it for 1 year. I don't know that they can make that kind of sustain. Like what? Yes. Jason Tatum went absolutely fantastic that postseason run, but you're not going to forget that they also had Kristaps Porzingis. You're not going to forget that they also had Al Horford. You're not going to forget that they also had Drew Holiday, who's bona fide defensive stopper at the guard level. They had a lot of pieces that they're missing this year, and that offense that they run, where they just chuck up as many threes as possible, that doesn't work when you don't have guys on the other end that can lock up, and you can't stretch the floor like that. So the only teams I really see being a problem are the Pacers and maybe the Pistons if what's his name? Jalen Duren figures out how to catch up to Cade.
I mean, listen, as far as the Celtics go, like they're the players that they replaced those veterans with that they won the chip with are younger, right? And they look promising too, but they're younger. So now it's like Tatum is now the veteran now. You know what I mean? Brown is not the vet. Brown is 30 this year, I think, right? Like, or next year.
31.
Right? Like, they're veterans now. So it's different. It's different. I don't know what they're going to do going forward, but I think the team is just weaker just because their players are younger. And now they have to take like a year or two for them to get the experience and confidence to actually produce at the highest level. I think that's the problem with the Celtics. The Pacers, I don't know, man. You lose Miles Turner, it's tough. I don't know. Tyrese might disagree with me.
Zubac now.
I'm not a fan. I'm sorry. I'm a Zubac fan, but I'm not a fan of him on that team because he doesn't stretch the floor. And Miles Turner stretching the floor helped them a lot. You know, so and then the Wizards, let's see what they do. And then the Hawks. I think the Hawks are going to be a top seeded team next year. People act like the Hawks are whack because of how we treat. No, we're that nice.
I gotta see the Hawks. I think they're going to be good, but I don't know about top 4. I don't know if they top 4 seed. It will surprise me, but we'll see. I gotta see how the offseason goes.
We'll see.
The Hawks can be good.
But I think going into next season, the East is ours. I'm going to be honest.
Right?
It could be because they figured out a lot of the issues that they had throughout the year in the playoffs, and they talked about it. So we'll see.
All right, y'all. Let's go. Playoffs Wednesday. Finals.
Yeah. Nah. It's the finals. The Knicks are in the finals.
Come on. Can't forget. Come on now.
All right,
I'm going to get a tip, man. Let's go, man.
It's been a good episode of Fast Breaks. Thank you all for joining us. Like, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff.
And on all the apps, including TikTok. We see you on TikTok. You're already there. Might as well like and follow. Come on now.
All right. Peace out, y'all. No more final thoughts. We said enough. Peace.
Happy
Come on. It's Fastbreaks. Listen. We back with another one.
Fast breaks, yeah, we coming with the takes. Never early, never late, but we always push the pace, yeah. And we really study tape, y'all just view the highlights. Man, we really watching games, yeah. You just watch from the stands. We run 3-man weeks, Paul, Dre, and Allen, yeah. Way more than a fan. We got love for the game, we don't have to pretend. Got it out the mud like you get it off the glass. I'm the run the fast break, throw me the outlet. Yeah, we got it out the mud like you get it off the glass. Time to run the fast break, throw me the outlet.